Here this morning at Port PENRHYN in Bangor in North Wales on board Alice. This is a Lyle Hess designed gaff cutter. She's built out of Malaysia. Hull, planking and frames are all Chengal, otherwise known as ironwood, so very, very durable timber. And she's been re-rigged by Waterfront Marine here as a gaff cutter. You can see here her recent spruce mast with wooden spars. It's a very elegant hull design and set off beautifully with this gaff cutter rig. So have a quick look around the deck. So we're up on the hard at the minute, bowsprits run in. Here's the bowsprit bits. Stainless steel stem head fitting with Wickham Martin, roller furler on a traveller for the jib. See, she's got galvanised standing rigging, and the splicing's all parcelled and served. Quite a nice little bronze Panama eyes here. So here's the forward coach roof with a skylight in over the main sleeping cabin. Got this galvanised socket on the deck. Here's the mast wedges there. These teak boxes, one either side, this has got gas locker, gas bottles in, and the other one's got a small fuel tank for the diesel fired cabin heater down below. Coamings, covering boards, stanchions, capping rails, everything's all painted, not varnished, so there's not too much varnish to look after. Little bits around here where this needs touching up, dorade boxes and skylights and so on, enough just to give her that bit of bling without being too onerous on the maintenance. Again, see these nice little bronze Panama eyes here, the midships, and bronze port lights. Moving aft, here she's got a spray hood on a stainless frame, so this can be folded flat. That gives a nice bit of shelter in the cockpit. And looking down into the cockpit, it's all self-draining. Boom gallows here, so these are bronze uprights, bronze corner fittings. Boom gallows extremely useful, just to, when you're handling the boat, you don't have to worry about topping this too much. You can just drop the boom down and snug it in, and it's not rolling around everywhere. So she's got a little bumpkin out the back. This carries the self-steering gear, and you can see this here is a trim tab on the back of the rudder, so she's got a little tiller pilot, connects onto that, so when you want to autopilot you can lash the helm off and use the little tiller pilot on the trim tab. And the companion hatch here going down below. Here we are down below on Alice, looking down through the saloon. So in the aft port corner we've got the galley with basin there, manually pump water. Top loading fridge in the corner. Starboard side here, chart desk. DSC VHF, Ray Marine Axiom plotter. Engines accessed below here, all this joinery comes out to get into the little Perkins. And you can see back here under the starboard quarter, you've got a big locker space for fenders and warps, etc. And you can get into the lazarette from the hatch on deck. So in the saloon, got a pilot berth portside. Benefit of the extra beam in this sort of design. Settee berth, and then another settee berth on the starboard side. And the forward that comes out into the trotter box, so you've got full length. And here we've got diesel fired cabin heater, and ducking down into the forward cabin. Here we've got a snug double berth with a hanging locker here on the starboard side and some nice joinery. No plywood in sight on this build. This is all hardwoods, very nicely put together. Here we can see the double berth and the base of the mast, and here is copper tubing joining up with the conduit inside the mast, so all the wiring is then hidden away. We can also see that over here throughout the boat. Use of copper tubing to hide all the electric cables. It's rather nice bronze door fittings. And forward again right into the bows of the heads compartment. Jabsco manual sea toilet, and a little hand basin here, again manually pump water from the little bronze tap. Right in the bows is the anchor locker, and you can see a black waste tank for the heads there. There's the motor for the anchor windlass. A nice view here, right the way through the two bulkheads up to the companionway. Looking back aft through the cabin into the saloon. And back out on deck.